Alright guys, thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button below for more of those videos. Now, there's been a lot of talk going around town concerning the return of Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa back to the Nigerian Professional Football League to team up with his former side Kano Football Club. It's one move that has generated diverse reaction from all quarters, and rightly so, because of the status of this man. He left Nigerian Professional Football League to Europe, leaving behind a legacy that, of course, was eventually broken but will never be forgotten. At one point, he was the all-time highest goal scorer of the Nigerian Professional Football League before Mfonodo of Akwa United actually smashed that. So, having gone to Europe, had related success in Russia with CSKA Moscow, moved of course to the Premier League. That ill-fated move to Leicester City didn't really work out for him. Went to Saudi Arabia, had good playing time there, and of course his days with the Super Eagles has brought some quite excellent memories over the years. But his recent move, of course, drew a lot of controversy with a lot of persons not particularly pleased about Ahmed Musa coming down to play in Nigeria, because they saw it as a backward step for not just the fact that he is a top player, but because he's a Super Eagles captain. We got a Nations Cup just around the corner, and Nigeria just recently qualified for the next continental showpiece, of which Ahmed Musa played an integral part of. But in the past 4 months or thereabout, prior to the last batch of qualifying matches for the next AFCON, he hasn't been playing active football at club level for close to 4 months. And of course, a lot of condemnations came in from the football community in Nigeria. Not all of them, by the way. When Ahmed Musa's name appeared on Super Eagles coach Gano Ross's list for the last 2 matches that we had against Lesotho and Sierra Leone, because many felt he wasn't playing active football, and so there was no point inviting him. Of what use was he going to be to the team? What was he going to bring to the team that it could not do in the past 4 good months? And it may have informed the choice, and a lot of persons would agree to a great extent, why Ahmed Musa decided to come down to Nigeria to play, because getting a club in the middle of a season in Europe is absolutely difficult. And even if he's going to have to sign a pre-contract with any of those clubs, that would have to take effect in the summer, and Nigeria's still got a lot of matches between now and the next summer, where the European window would close and preparations would begin in earnest for the start of the new season, before clubs can start looking for players to invest in. Altogether, he would still have to stay for a good while without playing active football. So, in my opinion, and I'm just doing this just to clear the air on my own views and what or how I see other people's reaction or response to Ahmed Musa's decision to come back to play in Nigeria, I think it's a great one to start with. First off, let's look at the man himself. He needed to get back to the pitch. He needed game time. He needed to keep fit, and deciding to get himself a club was the first thing he needed to deal with, and he has succeeded in doing that. So before we come into the argument of which club he actually preferred to play for, and then deciding to come back to Nigeria, there's a whole lot of positives to take from that. And while some persons have quickly highlighted the marketing benefit of having Ahmed Musa, a proven Premier League player, even though he didn't have it so nice there, but the fact that he's played in one of the best leagues in the world, it's going to stand to his credit. It's something that should be celebrated, and having that quality come back to our league, I mean, the Nigerian league rightly has some of its problems, and it's still going to take a long time before we can say we've gotten to the level of the APSA Premiership in South Africa, perhaps the Egyptian league. We're still not there yet, but there's quality football being played back home with the kind of teams that we have, the clubs, of course, that are springing up day by day. The likes of Van Dreys are representing and drawing the attention, so everyone knows the Nigerian league is gradually stepping up. So it wasn't out of place for me for Ahmed Musa to decide to come back to play in the Nigerian league. I think it's just drawn the attention of the entire world again back to the NPFL. People are going to watch because they just want to keep following him. And there's some clubs that perhaps were interested in his services and may have been considering an option of swooping in for him during the summer. They may have been taken aback a little by his decision to come back to Africa and Nigeria to play, but I'm very sure they'll be watching him, watching his performances, and while the essence of this move may have been to keep him fit and within Coach Gernot Rohr's side, so he gets an invitation whenever the Eagles are playing, to also prepare him for the Nations Cup in Cameroon next year. By the way, he's a captain. He's the captain of the team, so he deserves to be there, and whatever he has to do. And there's been a lot of calls, by the way, for Gernot Rohr to look more closer to home. Ever since he came on board, there's been huge criticisms about him just relying solely on foreign base players and neglecting the Nigerian league. Now we have the captain of the Super Eagles back home to play in the league. So I think the quota there matches. It may be just one person, but it's not just any kind of person. It's Ahmed Musa. He's the captain of the Super Eagles. He was our best player at the last World Cup in Russia. He has brought a whole lot of attention to the Nigerian league, and I think it would be better for us. While this represents a massive coup for Kano Football Club, who succeeded in signing him, I think it's something the rest of the Nigerian Football League should to celebrate as well, having Ahmed Musa return. I just hope it's going to be the start of something new for Nigerian football. It could reignite the passion of several others out there to say we can actually go back home to play. And it's not the first time, of course, we've seen quality names, return to the country to play, even though some of them did it in the twilight of their careers. The late Rashidi Yakini, Nigeria's top highest goal scorer of blessed memory, he, of course, came down at one point to play for Julius Berger. So it's not really a surprise for me seeing Ahmed Musa come back to Nigeria League. I welcome that move, and I'm happy for him. I hope he succeeds. And if Caterpillars, of course, get to win a trophy by the end of the season, it may be largely credited to the fact that he came on board. I'm not saying that necessarily is the case, but he certainly has lifted the mood around the club and the entire state as well. So I wish we didn't have COVID-19 and the restrictions to fans turning up at football venues to watch games. Otherwise, I'm very sure the Sanya Battle Stadium or any of the grounds Caterpillars get to visit as well would be massively sold out, just because everyone would want to see Ahmed Musa play. So who knows, pending regulations being made and improvements to tackle COVID-19, we could be seeing fans return to the grounds. Of course, Europe has already started that. A lot of leagues across Europe. Africa might want to look into that as well. At least here in Nigeria, we've done creditably well to curtail the spread of the virus. So I wouldn't be surprised if the football authorities and the government say it's time to get the fans back to the stands. Trust me, they're all going to be sold out the moment Caterpillars is playing. Reminds me of when Cristiano Ronaldo joined Juventus, and every single away fixture in his first season at Juve was always a sellout because everyone wanted to see Cristiano Ronaldo. Ahmed Musa is a big name. I'm sure fans will all want to watch him week in, week out when provision is made for fans to return to the stand. So in summary, I think it was a good move for Musa to come back to the Nigerian League. I think it's highly beneficial to us, and I hope he gets the fitness that he wants. He's a top player, there's no question about that, and it's not surprising why Gernot Rohr rates him very, very highly. He's got his bad days, so does every footballer, but when he is on his day, Ahmed Musa is unstoppable. I welcome his move back to the Nigerian League, and I hope fans out there would also do the same as well and start criticizing him very much. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Best of luck to Ahmed Musa, the Caterpillars, the Nigerian League, Nigerian football in general, and the Super Eagles, of course, ahead of the next continental showpiece in Cameroon next year. Well, see you again next time. Have yourselves a very, very fascinating day.